Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Stamping Bella and I am using the Fishing Squidgy stamp. So this is one of their rubber mounted cling foam stamps. The quality of these stamps is just amazing. This is the first time that I've used it, and as you can see, it stamps absolutely perfect. I have used my Fiskars stamping press, and I have popped the stamp onto some Express It blending card. So as you can see the stamp here, and it comes on that clear acetate kind of sheet, and I'm colouring it up using some Copic markers. And so I did use Memento Tuxedo Black for the ink. The reason is I knew that I was going to be using Copic markers. So as always, laid down my lightest colour, the E000, and then I'm going darkest to lightest. So I have super sped this up for you. It did take me a little while to colour him. And in the process of editing, unfortunately, I did lose some of the colouring video. So unfortunately, I don't have all of that here, but I do have the full card process. So I apologise, not sure what happened in the world of editing. It just disappeared off my camera. So that's that. What can you do? Just got to move on. So I'm using E000, E00, E21, E11, E04 and R20. So this was the skin all coloured up, and that's where I lost all of my colouring. So here is the image all finished, and my nice freshly painted nails, of course. I'm using some Kaisercraft paper. I'm using the Mountain Air. I actually think I just purchased this one recently, but totally forgot that I had it. So it ended up being the absolute most perfect paper pad for this image and what I had in mind that I wanted to do. So I grabbed this paper with all the fish on it, which I thought was very cool. So I'm going to use my EK Success Cutter-B scissors to fussy cut the image. As always, I know I repeat myself all the time, but make sure that when you're fussy cutting, to make sure that you're moving the card rather than the scissors. That's what gives you that smooth cut. And I apologize for being off camera while doing this, but I need it to be up close to my face as I'm cutting. So I have it all fussy cut out. So now I'm just grabbing everything ready to go so I can pop the card together. I did realize that I may need some more pattern paper, but then I didn't end up using it. So, whew, I'm totally out of breath today. It's 45 degrees Celsius here today, so we've got the air conditioner blaring, but I still feel like I'm so hot inside. All right, so, dun, dun, dun. Looking through my paper bag, trying to get some ideas. I did kind of have a slight plan of what I was going to do, but just putting it all together, I'm just trying to add a few extra details, but I didn't end up actually using them. So I'm cutting out my sentiment here that I also stamped out when I was doing the image, just using my Fiskars trimmer to do that, just because it was such a small area. I will fishtail the end of the sentiment. That was me measuring out what I was going to do there with my hands. So I'm using the my favourite thing, stitched rounded square frames. I'm so used to doing rectangle stuff. And I'm only using the outer of the frame here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run that patterned paper through with the same die, and then I'm going to use the inside of that. As you can see here, I'm trying to show you on camera. And then we can use the outside on another project. So just grabbing that there, and I'm going to insert that into the white frame, and I'm just going to use some Scotch magic tape behind it just so that it doesn't move. So I'm just using my EK Success Cutter-B scissors again, and I'm just going to fishtail the edge of that sentiment just so it stands out a little bit off that paper. I didn't end up using this little guy. It wasn't working for me, so I just left it off. Sometimes you have to do that. So this card is quite a simple card actually. It didn't take much. I'm using a Couture Creations card base, and they come pre-scored but not folded. So I use my bone folder just to run down the edge and make sure that it's a nice smooth fold on the side. So I'm just using the Scotch magic tape here to adhere the square to the frame, just because I didn't want it to move while I was trying to put all my card together. So just a little bit on the outside, and then when I get to it, then I'll adhere using Scotch ATG over the back anyway. I zoomed out just so that you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I forget to do that too. So So like I said, this is a very, very simple card and it just came together perfectly. So I'm absolutely in love with this. Looking through my patterned paper pad, I was thinking about adding another layer behind, but then it was just too much. It wasn't going to work, so I didn't end up using it. So I'm just using some American Tombow Mono Multi, just a little tiny bit. Adhering that down to my pattern paper. I didn't push it all the way down because I wanted to slide that sentiment in underneath. I think I have my big head in the way. Trying to focus to make sure that everything is nice and straight. Ugh. It just wasn't working. Sometimes I think I need to have a ruler here in front of me so that I can make sure things are straight. I'm just using a eraser just to, a little bit of the adhesive did run. I don't even know how it happened. So I used the rubber to erase that so that it didn't leave any sticky residue on my card. So just running over the back using my Scotch ATG gun. I am part of a ATG club for that, where we get sent refill tapes every month or whatever you may choose, and I will have the linkages of that below the video. So if you're interested, check it out. I'm not sure if she ships outside of Australia, but definitely worth looking into. So that's my card done. I thank you all for sticking with me. I think I'm just going to quickly decorate the inside on camera, but it is just about done. So I will stop talking. I will leave you for another day. I hope you have enjoyed watching my card. If you would like to subscribe to see more videos, I would really appreciate it. You can do that below the video. And if you liked this video, please give it a little thumbs up, and I will see you all soon. Bye.